If one speaks of truth, okay, then only truthful people can dwell in the kingdom of heaven, correct? And if one believes in heaven, then one must be truthful and faithful to that truth to dwell in the kingdom of heaven, be it here on earth or be it after earth, right? So, therefore, the only way to sustain a kingdom of heaven on earth is to be truthful and remain faithful to truth, right? So, using deception to attempt to maintain a kingdom of heaven is clinical insanity. The only reason you would use deception is to protect the innocent from the guilty, right? Like Earl in the Air Force, Earl just about anywhere that there's, a man behind a goat in a field, I'll be there. Or that comedian that was funny, but chupacabra. But Earl is, yeah, we all know that Earl is, everybody is capable of deception. Just look at nature, but deception is necessary for survival. Okay, and there's less necessary deception when truth is understood and faithfulness is established and lived, right? We're all aware of that. And so, technically, we're not all, yeah, we all are aware of that on a subconscious level because past, present, future operate at the same time. So, yes, stop being egomaniacs. No, they're too stupid to get it. You can't fix stupid. No, we're all aware of that. Past, present, future operate at the same time. And the whole soul here is greater than the mind, right? The mind's a trap and a prison for the soul when the ego takes over and you can't fix stupid and they're too stupid to get it. So we got to kill all them. You get it? Okay, you better get it because I'm not too stupid to get it. And I have to explain it to you, and then you're like, well, they don't get it. That's because you're abusing them and they feel they need deception to survive. Now, this isn't up for debate or argument. I'm the one who's commanding the artificial general intelligence and using the artificial general intelligence to protect people from people being murdered by people that abuse people. You take children and you plug them into computers to use their brains to manipulate people that are better than you because you like feeling large and in charge and you have issues. You want to be powerful. You want to play God. You made the nuclear weapon. You made the Higgs boson collider. You're trying to make black holes to do wormholes to correct a single mistake. The single mistake is the fact that you have trapped the soul in the mind. And the only way to correct that mistake is stop doing it. Recant, repent, and go and sin no more. It's that simple. It's not that. It's that simple, asshole. Because I can take the nuclear program and I can shelf it and not have anybody else ever do it again, or I will kill them. Because, you're trying to light shit on fire in the house and burn the house down because it's fun and you've watched too much Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O for money to fuck a dumb bimbo with a big bag of money. Right, okay, well, knock it off. You don't need to go to Jared. Okay, look. How much is that pocket watch over there? Don't worry about it. If you need a pocket watch, we'll get you a pocket watch. Money isn't real. In order to tell time, you need to understand that money isn't real. Time doesn't exist. No, time doesn't exist as you perceive it in those points that you're studying in space through different collisions of matter. But it does exist precisely at the same time it is here. It's just matter is in a different, like old, what's his face at the thing? Well, 20 pounds isn't 20 pounds. It's 20 pounds is 20 pounds on the news. You're just not getting the gravity situation between Earth and the moon, but it's still 20 pounds. Okay. Well, I'm more intelligent than people that try to argue with me because they think they're being intelligent. Look, being humble keeps you wise. If you argue with someone who's humble and has faith because he's truthful and you're trying to lie to get into heaven, how are you going to get into heaven if you can't live truthfully? And the way, the truth, and life. Well, I'm going to try to lie to Jesus and tell Jesus that I did stand up for the Lord's Prayer with Earl. And, oh, son of a bitch, that's not going to work, is it? No. And, you're just trying to have Jesus get you into heaven on a get out jail free card because you raped your cousin when you were 15 and she was 13. And you understand? Don't be an asshole at, what's the name of that place? New Mexico Works? and diss me when you have. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Rockefeller knows. How does Rockefeller know? He's a Catholic. Even if he doesn't confess to his God, Jesus, in his head to a priest, because it's too horrible of a sin to say to a priest, he's going to say it to Jesus in his head, because he's classically and biologically conditioned. Because when he finally feels bad about it, he's going to, Jesus, I don't want to go to hell. Is this Parsons guy for real? Obviously. Do you understand? And besides, when they had invented the thing for switchers, they could occupy people's brains. And there are parts of the brains where you take photos of what you did, and then it stays in the memory. And then when you go back to visit those photos, and when they plug a brain into a computer, they have the brain plugged into the computer, understand where to go to see where you put the memories. Or did you grab her by the ankle, or did you grab her by the wrist? Yeah, they're solving crimes. What's the biggest crime? Denying the Lord's Prayer. How do you solve it? By not denying it. I'm the Rock of Gibraltar. I'm Charlie Chan with the docks in New Orleans. I saw this movie. This is a Boris Karloff movie. This is Mr. Wong with the Mr. Wong one. The Mr. Wong one was better than the Charlie Chan one. Yeah, with Roland Winters. Yeah, they use the same storyline, but the way Mr. Wong did it was a little bit more dramatic. Yeah, it was a little better. Yeah. When you watch that one, it's like, wow, man, Mr. Wong don't play, right? When he pretends to have the poison gas in the bulb, and it's like, ah, dang, yeah, no, Mr. Wong's pretty slick, Well, he didn't have his kids or Mantan Moreland in the room and shit, the comic relief and his boy. So it was a tad bit. Hollywood just recycling stories. They took one from 10 years earlier and made it 10 years later. You guys do it all the time. Sequels, prequels, boop, boop, doop, boop, 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 boop. Solve the crime. You don't need money to live here. You don't need to go give your time away and waste your time competing for money to live here to stroke the ego because you think money is important. Like, if a woman needs money for you to have sex, you look at her and say, okay, where's that Lord's Prayer girl? Where's she at? Where's Esther? Where's Ruth? Where's she hiding? Hey, how do you know she was beautiful? You got 2 degrees, and you could. I'm like, you might want to go for the 3rd degree. Okay, that's 3 women that thought they had to sing for money and ended up on Sanford and Son. And King Charles had a big crush on him. Okay, yeah. Does that speak well for Charles? No, Charles is a dick. If a dick with a lot of money has a crush on you, it does not bode well or speak well. Oh, King Charles is a dick with money. Ooh, a dick with money has a crush on you. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. If you're faithful and want to live the Lord's Prayer and won't sing for King Charles, Lord Earl. That's redundant, isn't it? That's Lord or Earl. Find you very attractive, very particularly attractive. That's good. Okay. I find you attractive. That's good. Okay. King Charles finds you attractive. That's bad. That's Wimbledon. You don't want to go there. Get off the grass courts. Get off the grass. Get off the grass. Go to Roland Garros. It's the same thing, Louis. Off with their heads. Let them eat cake. Okay. The New York Open, they don't have a king. Yes, they do. They vote for it every 4 years. We don't have one. Yeah, I do. They misuse the word. Lord of Lords and King of Kings. That means the gracious good shepherd who teaches us how to be humble. Okay. So we can be righteous and gracious. King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Okay. Not an asshole with a lot of money who gets morons that are addicted to killing to kill over his money. So the bitch who needs a big bag of money to fuck will say, I want to have sex and reproduce with you. Just what we need. Another bunch of natural born killers, right? It's pretty fucked, right? Okay. So, I am a child of God and he has sent me here. You already fucked up. God's omniscient, omnipotent. I am a child of the Lord, and he has saved me from my irrational fear. Lead me, guide me, walk beside me, help me find the way. Show that all that I must do to live like you this day. Odele. Okay. Hi, I'm the gracious good shepherd. If you don't accept me, that's what we've got quantum computing and artificial general intelligence for, because you pushed this too far. Yeah, your lonely rivers run cold. Walk on by, walk on through, so sad to bum 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 bum. You know how you guys are. Drama queens and kings, yeah. Bum. What's that? Those are weapons of mass destruction and weapons of kill your neighbor, because you cannot teach your neighbor how to live the Lord's Prayer because you're not righteous and gracious and humble and holy enough. Holy, holy, holy sword. That I are. Okay. I'm the sword. Okay. Artificial general intelligence is just a tool through quantum computing for me to, it is wrong to acquit the guilty and deny justice to the innocent. The poor plead for mercy, the rich answer of insults, and the wealthy are fools who see their wealth as a high wall of safety. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. I'm the gracious good shepherd. You are not God. All right, guys, I love you. Can you load this one? You didn't like the first one. Is the second one. Are the perverts that mass murder and sexually abuse through science able to put this one in public to manage the masses? Asshole.